Hi everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Bridget and I am a teacher with VIPKid. And in today's video, we are going to be learning about payment. So that is always the first question I get when asked about VIPKid. How much do you make? Is it really worth it? Well, that question is something that you're going to have to answer for yourself. So I can tell you that whenever you see it on the internet, it's like, oh, you can make up to $14 to $22 an hour. But it's not one of those jobs where you're like, okay, I'm going to sit down and work 8 hours a day and you'll be able to figure out how much you make. So I can tell you that you can make anywhere between $7 to $9 per class. Classes run 25 minutes. The way that VIPKid determines whether you make 7 or 9 or something somewhere in between depends on two things. The first thing it depends on are your credentials. So a 20-year classroom teacher with a teacher certification is going to make more than someone who has their degree in psychology and 1 year as a camp counselor. The other thing that it depends on is your demo lesson that you have to do. If you do really well on that, then you're going to get closer to the $9 than the 7. And there's a rubric that they use. I might be able to pull it up. If I can, I will link it or attach it as a picture. So at this point you're making either 7, 8, 9, somewhere in the middle dollars per class. Then you have two incentives to tack onto that. You get $1 per class for showing up and teaching on time. Then you also get a finished class incentive. So what it is if you teach more than 45 classes a month, then you get $1 a class. So you have to teach the 45 classes first, and then they'll go back and tag the extra $45 for you onto your pay stub or whatever, your account. Then after that, they'll just automatically tag the dollar onto each additional class after you've met the 45. And I think I read somewhere that if you teach 30, you get an extra 50 cents a class. So that brings you up to anywhere between $7 and $11 per class, which makes it $14 to $22 an hour. So it really depends on how your credentials and how well you do on your demo. If you're not really sure if you want to do VIPKid, something to think about is to apply, do the demo lesson, and then after you do the demo lesson, they'll write you up like it's not the official contract, but they'll write you up like a contract that'll tell you what they're going to pay you. And then you can sit down and, think about it and be like, okay, well, I only want to do this a few hours a week. So depending on your life situation, it might not be worth it for you. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be worth it for you, especially if you're one of those people who want to make summer pay and stuff like that. So that is payment. So the next thing we can talk about is 24-hour booking. So what it is, sorry, I have these little post-it notes. There's something called 24-hour booking, and it's this little box you can click when you sign up for classes, and those are classes in which parents can sign their kid up for a class with less than 24-hour notice. If you do click that box, then you can get an extra $2 per class. So your 7 to 9, tack $2 onto that, ends up being, you can make up to $11 in 25 minutes if you do a last minute booking. Another way that you can earn money is referrals. So you get $100 for every referral, but a referral means someone who actually gets employed. So it's hard work, but it's few and far between, because I read somewhere recently that like only 5% of people who apply to VIPKid end up getting hired. And it's not because they're super picky, it's because the application process is so strenuous. And that's why I have this group, and that's why I'm here making these videos for you on a random Tuesday night. So, anyway, that is the referral incentive they have. What else do they have? Other incentives. So for the month of March, now these are just these incentives the ones I already talked to you about are all the time, all 365 days a year. Okay, these are the ones that the one I'm about to talk to you about are current ones, and some of them I think these all expire at the end of the month. So right now they're pushing for, there's a huge surge in students, so they're pushing for to hire more teachers because they have all these kids and need more teachers to teach. So this incentive says that if you can get a friend to apply and at least schedule an interview, then you get $15, and then every person after that you get an extra $5. So it's not like tons of money, but it's, a little bit helps. Then another one incentive they have is, so the top 3 teachers who overshoot their goal, in reference to what we were just talking about with the $15 to get someone to at least apply and schedule an appointment, they're giving away iPads. And then I just read about this I didn't even know about. So when you teach, VIPKid gives the parents like a free trial of da 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 da. So if you can get 3, there's way more detail, but if you can refer 3 convert, if you can get 3 trial people to actually like sign up for VIPKid, like your teaching was just extra awesome and they were like, all right, I'm gonna pay for VIPKid or however they do it, then you will be eligible to be able to split $100,000. That's just like the big idea of it. There's way more detail into it that it's the end of the month. It's going to happen like in a few days, so I didn't really look into it. But anyway, those are some more incentives that you can make more money from. Next thing I want to talk to you about are taxes. Ashley, this one's for you. So, I had a hard time with the tax thing. So, let me explain the tax issue that a lot of people have. You have to do and complete the VIPKid completes it. It's called a 1099. So essentially they do not take out any income taxes out of your paycheck. They just give you the whole thing. So come tax time, it is your job to be able to come up with this money, this income tax that you owe that wasn't taken out of your paycheck. I was really scared, and for me it was a matter of, do I figure out how to do it and just suck it up and do it, even though I'm not the greatest saver, or continue working in the brick and mortar school. So for me, it was a matter of, suck it up, Bridget, just do it. Other people have different life situations, so it's one of those things where I give you the information and you kind of think about it, ask more questions, become informed, and make the decision that's right and best for your life. So I have a very, very, very good friend from college. It was actually my husband Steve's college roommate. His name is Joel Lee. What's up, Joel? Anyway, there are some of our very best friends, and I texted him. I'm getting my phone out because I'm pulling up the text. He is an accountant. He's a CPA. And I asked him about it, and he said to find an accountant to help them determine what they should set aside for quarterly taxes. He also said that he's available if anyone has questions for consultation, and it's no charge, for free. And I will put his information down below. He sent, you can just shoot him an email. He's a Salisbury grad. He also is a product of MCPS, so he's from MoCo. He went to Watkins Mill, class of '04. So that's Joel's information about, maybe contact him, or if you already have your own account, and just, contact him and say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. Is this financially even worth it for me? Um, Again, if you are making an attempt to teach at least 45 classes a month, then my guess is that it is worth it. And we can sit down and do the math. 45, let's do the math. 45 classes, hold on. And they're each 25 minutes. So that's less than 20 hours a month. So it's up to you. It might not be worth it if you're not going to teach more than 4 hours a week, or well, a month, but I just brought it down to weekly. So that is the taxes. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to talk to you about in terms of money. I think that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments, private message me, call me, whatever you need. I am here. Have a good night.